welcome back to Extricated. It's your hosts KB and DDB, and we are here to present yet another CBN episode because why
Don't
not?
sugarcoat it, brother. What are CBN doing, for God's sake? What are they doing? Another episode of doing the right, probably, maybe the right policy at the wrong time.
Yeah, very, very much. Okay, so some days ago there was this article that came out on different platforms, Nairametrics, Vanguard, Guardian, so many places, talking about CBN putting a ban on fintechs and banks and fintech companies from operating international money transfer services. And I'm like, okay, why? What is the whole point behind that? I mean, and well, what did the new guidelines even say in the first place? To start with,
What do you think is the real reason why they did that?
I know if you ask, they'll tell you that it is a means for them to curb the free fall of the naira that's currently going on. However, I fail to see how that works.
Long story short, to me, they are just trying to stop us from paying anything outside or transferring money outside. That's the summary of everything. They just stopped people from paying international transfers or transferring money outside Nigeria. That's all. So
While also streamlining the process of like getting money into the country, I guess.
yes, so it's now straightforward. You have to use the IMTOs that they have. Okay, IMTOs are basically international money transfer operators, and operators like Western Union, World Remit, PayPal, and Remit as well. So some of them, there are 63 names that are officially listed as IMTOs as of June 2023. Right, that was the last time that they published the approved list of the IMTOs. And now, normal, for you to be an IMTO, you have to use 500k, 500,000 naira to be an IMTO, or let me say to apply, to obtain a license, right? And now they're saying you have to use 10 million naira.
10 million naira.
10 million naira. How many percent is that?
1,900% increase.
Oh boy, that what? Why?
So aside from that, you also have like your operating capital supposed to be around $1 million.
$1 million
That's
US
if you
dollars.
own an entity that is not like a foreign entity.
Wait, even if it's in Nigeria, it's
in
actually
Nigeria,
an equivalent.
You have equivalent. They don't want you to use dollar actually.
Exactly.
You have to have an equivalent of that in the local currency.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
And that's how much? That's over $1 billion naira.
Yeah. So your operating capital. I mean, so even if they even if they don't want to ban fintech companies.
You think
that alone has even taken some of them out of the running,
especially those that have not been ready. You know that they've left a gray area on the fintech industries working as agents or not, because those that are already IMTOs as of June 2023 already registered as IMTOs. As at this moment, I think they are allowed to carry out because they don't say anything about them.
You know, before this whole thing, initially it was deposit money banks that they had issues with.
Yes.
They were like, okay, you guys are no longer allowed to run this type of things, and it makes a lot of sense because, like what you just said about preventing people from like purchasing too many things like from outside and stuff like that is one of the fastest ways, first of all, because that is the one that is closest to the common Nigerian. You understand? No Nigerian, no regular Nigerian is going to go through maybe Bank or First Bank or whatever. Except for people that have money.
Yes.
That kind of thing. But then the deposit money bank is a lot closer to home, all those type of things.
Yes. You see, I think why I said that it's a right policy at the moment, right? Why I think it's probably might be because there's only one positive thing that I looked at here is that it limits the spending power of Nigerians, of naira outside Nigeria. And the fact that, remember when we predicted the crypto ban and then the forex ban being lifted, both of them, guess what? Those bans being lifted has created like a Pandora's box to be open. You understand? because a lot of influx of dollars into the economy, into the market, and even outflow as well. Spending power has increased because of that. You get, and this basically, effectively, actually, like really controls the spending power of Nigerians. That's basically it.
To ask something. Although maybe in a later episode, I think maybe by the next episode or the 2 episodes after, we're going to discuss crypto.
Okay.
And I want to ask something like, what is the impact of crypto on an economy? Like not the economy per se, but then on the exchange rates of Nigeria as a country, not just
it does affect FX. It really affects FX.
Okay.
And we have someone lined up, but we'll not tell you right now. But in the coming weeks, we'll have an episode on that, and we'll have our questions answered, basically.
Yeah.
But sticking on this topic, I believe it's a positive policy at the wrong time, because one, you're going to affect a whole lot of businesses, and you not inform businesses that you're going to do these things, and you've not even given them the rationale of your thinking.
Yes, because it's not clear. They release the guidelines.
Exactly, they release guidelines. The guidelines are just basically to tell you these are what you should follow. Simple as that. That is basically it. Because as we're reading these documents, KB kept asking this question of why are they doing this? Why are they doing this? And every page you ask why? Like,
I don't he's tired today.
The rationale behind what they are doing is not known. They will tell you foreign exchange to what's it called? Even is it to flush the foreign exchange gap or currency exchange, and then they will also here at some point you come and hear anti-fraud, anti-money laundering.
I think that aspect, that part actually like comes into, if you actually think that, to think about it, maybe they just want to reduce the stress on their heads, because I think for the most part, if you look at it, okay, like you said, they're limiting how people are going to, take money out for dollar, right? But then they're not talking about limiting money coming in, because obviously you want money to come in. You want the diasporans to send in money, all those type of things.
Then basically, as you're saying right now, right, this IMTO thing and everything actually encourages money to come in.
Yes. So
it encourages
while
money
they're
to
encouraging money to come in, a lot of things can actually happen.
Yeah.
So
freelancers that think this thing will not affect you. Actually, it's not going to affect you in any way, because you're still going to use your Flutterwave, your PayPal if needed be, your Payoneer if needed be. However, I think Payoneer would have to register as an IMTO if you're going to use Payoneer.
Payoneer is not an IMTO, no.
It's not an IMTO to Nigeria. So if you're using Payoneer, you have to one way or the other find an IMTO that works. Go and find the list of IMTOs, and I think we're going to paste it on our social media. The list of IMTOs that are already registered. They are around 63. Yeah, they are around 60, just above 60. You get, so just look at them, and then you find out some of them are not even Nigerian based. Like some of them are what's it called, UK based, United States or America based, and all that. So basically it doesn't affect freelancers, it doesn't affect you, but then the financial provider that you're using to get paid in dollars, make sure that they're an IMTO, or you can transfer your funds from there, from Payoneer to PayPal, or Payoneer to another IMTO that is supported by, that is approved by CBN.
Or you have your banks work as agents.
Yes, exactly.
And in the coming weeks and months, we are going to see different developments concerning that, because like if you even remember back then when we had before the initial crypto ban, a lot of banks were, let me use the word bridging. They were bridging. What do they call it, between the crypto exchanges and the banks. You understand, they were using apps like Flutterwave. You understand, Flutterwave was basically the one, like, okay, they were using for charges and all those type of things. So these are things like they've been interacting for a while, but then you just have to find a way to up that interaction for this purpose. And
Yes.
I think I wanted to make one point that time. When we were talking about like more money coming in, you understand? You actually, if you think about it in the sense that, okay, you want to encourage money to come in, but then you want to also regulate the kind of money that is coming in. They're making a lot of noise about AML, the anti-money laundering. They were making a lot of noise about the terrorism financing.
Yes.
Is it proliferation financing of weapons of mass destruction, all those type of things.
Yes.
So I think that reducing the amount of, like, let's say, entities that can operate this type of service basically can allow you to focus more attention. Okay, let's say you are fighting 1,000 people at once, but then somehow find a way to reduce it to 60, 50.
So which means they
So
can streamline
regulate it better.
which means not even regulate, they can streamline their investigations down to a number, because
Yes.
as we just said, they are just above 60 IMTOs. So if anything happens, they know that it's between these 60 people that this thing is going through one way or the other.
But what if more companies start raising capital, uncle?
That's what will happen. As I said it on my WhatsApp status that day when I saw it, right, on 1st of February. I said IMTOs are going to be the hot cake now.
Yeah, true.
They are going to be hot cake because guess what? The European and United States of American markets, right? They are really going, like, honing into entering Nigeria as a consumption state, right? Because they want access to the market. So definitely, that 10 million naira that you see is going to be hot cake, and it's not going to be
a problem.
It's not going to be a problem
entities.
for exactly.
Maybe for this thing, because there's
even for local groups that have partners outside, you understand, can get funded. Yeah, you understand, but so
there's
okay, though that $1 million US can be an issue. Actually, it's not everybody can have that can have. Yeah, exactly. As a capital share, share. That's where the problem is. That's even the main issue. Not even the 10 million application fee.
We are focusing more on the 10 million. Exactly. That's
exactly.
So,
like, the problem is not even the 10 million naira, is that $1 million US
exactly.
share capital. That's where the problem is.
Now look at the thing. A lot of them are looking at getting into Nigeria as a consumption market, is it not?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of money to be made, definitely, because this is definitely going to be a business, right? However, what about the Nigerian companies? Where would you leave them? This is actually a very, very important aspect.
Are you looking at the fintech industry is going to be important aspect. Yes, exactly.
And you do not, as much as possible, whatever it is they are trying to do, you have to be a little bit biased towards your country. You understand? That's how you improve your country's economy.
But I think this is not going to last for long anyway.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
I don't think, because anyway, it's a ban for now, right? If it works, I think they are going to continue with it.
But
right?
Is it really a ban if I can still come and apply?
It's not. No, it's only one thing that they just stopped. It's only one thing that they just stopped. What? And then they stopped money from leaving the country.
Exactly.
That's number one, right? Then number two, they limited the number of companies that will have access to being an IMTO. Right? Yeah, so absolutely. It's not just any Yahoo boy. You understand, but it's not just any Yahoo boy or any nonsense person that can come and open a fintech or a bank or a financial institution or technological company.
Yes, there's
and then
going to be a lot of screening.
Exactly. So which means they just reduced the number of people that will have access to that particular service. So which means that except you're a serious entity, right, a very serious entity that can.
So I guess
exactly.
that's a plus when it comes to the AML.
Exactly, it's actually and if you look at the guidelines, they had what's it called? How you can even people that are registered on your platform as an IMTO. You need to have NIN, all those proof of address, full name, every single detail about who you are as a human being. As long as you're registering with an IMTO, they have to get it from you. That's basically KYC.
Yeah.
You can know your customer, right? So they need to know every little detail about you, and they don't stop you. See, if you want to get billions from outside entering the country, they don't care about it. They care about it anyway. But mainly they just do two things. They streamlined the number of companies that can have access to that service, and then number two, they also that can provide that service, and then number two, they stop money going out. And that's why I say it's a positive thing, but not at the it's not probably not the right time.
If I were the one in charge, though,
yeah,
I still think that the fact that we are putting Nigerian companies and foreign companies
on the same par,
it's not right. You understand? You say okay, you have to have $1 million operating capital.
Yeah,
right.
That's why
so
I said
it is
that
easier
now,
for foreign entities
to get that.
Now
that. That's why I said it's not. That's why I said it's not the right time right now, because the infrastructure is not ready for companies right now to have
you
that.
Can lower the entry. You can
for
lower
Nigerians.
the entry for Nigerian companies. Then also same thing, license 10 million naira.
And that one is fine. That one is fine actually.
And it's not,
no,
that one is not a bad thing.
That one is not a bad thing. It's
10
fine.
10 million naira annually. It's still nothing for a foreign company. You understand?
How much is the 10 million naira?
It's still nothing.
It's not up to $7,000. So just imagine.
You get. So up those things, up the license for foreign companies, up the license for up the operating capital, or reduce operating capital.
Just imagine
At least it's better that way.
I like what he's saying. I like what KB is saying, right? For example, right, you carry the registration now. It's 10 million naira for Nigerian companies. Then you can make it 100 million naira for companies outside, for foreign companies. You understand that?
Since it's a okay, yeah, very much.
You get, but since it's a market
since
it's a market that is highly is in demand at the moment. You get, but you can do that. Then for Nigerian companies, you can reduce the share capital to, let's say, $500,000, halve it. But the thing is that don't underestimate Nigerian companies as well. They have money. Nigerian companies have money. There are people that have money in this country that can pull strength and weight. Even though. But anyway, actually,
we need to start favoring ourselves.
It's not going to affect the normal Nigerian man. That's one. It's not going to affect it. However, it's going to affect the normal Nigerian business. True. The small business that orders stuff from outside. Now, one great thing I wanted to ask, does it mean that I'm not going to be able to buy stuff from AliExpress if I want to buy?
I guess it remains to be seen.
Yes, that's a very good question.
The thing is that, like I said, you see, there's going to be a lot of developments within the coming months.
Yes, I need to see that.
How we are going to see maybe the use of IMTOs.
Yes.
Even if it's not direct to those services, maybe through banks linking to IMTOs, and then I guess it's going to be extra fees.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to be.
This is basically a therapy session on this thing.
Deter. It's actually going. It's the point is to deter the, what do they call it? The need for dollar. You understand?
Yeah, that's basically the point.
This is another way to deter it. Yeah. Like putting fees on those type of things.
In the long run, it will help, right? But then how they enforce this thing and they do it swiftly is going to really say whether this thing is going to be successful or not. But anyway, at the moment, this is like a therapy session for me on this CBN thing. And right now, I am still having mixed feelings.
Actually,
I'm having mixed feelings about it.
We don't know where we are on it.
Exactly, we don't know where we are on it, honestly. I'm having mixed feelings about it. So in a month's time, we'll come and review this thing. Or 2 months time, we'll come and review it. After first quarter anyway, we'll come and review it and see whether our mixed feelings have changed. So yeah, what do you guys think of this CBN thing? Out of everything we said, are you also having the mixed feeling thing, or are you, no, they're just bad, they are not up for us, they don't like us, blah 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 blah? Which one are you? Or are you like, good, nice one? Let me see how many people are good. Nice one. Alright now. Okay, guys, this is a wrap, and we hope to see you in the next episode. And then we'll be talking about the emerging markets.
Yeah.
and Nigeria's part in it. I don't know where we're emerging market. In the class of emerging market that I can see China inside. How are we compared to China emerging markets? But anyway, it's based on region. So let's how are we emerging, for God's sake? I beg you. Till next week we'll talk about that. Bye bye.